Hello, YouTube land, and welcome to another edition of the Crypto Mama Mia, formerly known as the Middle-Aged Mom Does Crypto. Well, I'm coming at you with a little bit of a different video today because I do notice a lot of you are starting to get involved with things like 3x Capital and especially my micro profits. I mean, I've seen the videos out there. I've seen the people using my referral links. And so I just want to make sure that you folks are very, very safe on, uh, these platforms, especially since there are people out there always trying to steal your crypto. So don't make it easy for them. So tip number one, don't ever use the same username and password across different platforms. That's just too easy for them. And step number two is if there's an option to um, have some kind of Google Authenticator or 2FA, which is just means two-factor authentication or authorization, then do that because that way, even if they do happen to get your password or username, then at least you can save yourself that way, like and do the double protection, right? Better to be safe than sorry. That's what I always say. You rather be doubly protected instead of not protected at all. So here's the issue. Sometimes when you upgrade your phone or you happen to have like a, I don't know, technical issue with your phone and it's not working, and so now you can't get into your account because your Google Authenticator was only on the one phone or one device. And so people are like, oh, what should I do? Because now I can't get into my account because I don't have the code. So here's tip number two, or tip number three, actually. Try to install the Google Authenticator into more than one phone. So if you have an old phone that you're not using, or even a tablet, you can add the Google Authenticator to as many devices as you wish. Now, I don't recommend like putting it in too many places because then if one of your phones get lost, then that's dangerous as well. Yes, I wouldn't recommend just putting it on all types of devices because if one device gets lost then or stolen, then they might have uh, access to that stuff. So, just make sure there's ways that you can have it on just more than one device so that you don't have to be stuck like trying to contact support to help you get back into it and around your Google Authenticator codes. So today's video is talking about some simple ways that you can do this. And of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just common sense advice today, I think. You are totally in charge of your crypto. You are totally in charge of your fingers, your brain. So me, myself, or somebody like Crypto Muscle or the Oracle or Nobody Crypto, we don't hypnotize you through this computer screen to do anything. We are just here giving information. This is purely educational. If you ever watch Rich Dad Poor Dad, he doesn't ever tell you to invest into anything. He's just informing you, and it is up to you to use your own brain and your own information to do what you need to do to, you know, make sure you're financially set and secure. So today's video is just making sure that whatever account you have, and this can apply to anything, not just crypto passive platforms. Like I have a Google Authenticator even for my Gmail, for example, because I've been hacked into, or somebody tried to hack into my Gmail account, and then like they'll do things like send emails to people on my contact list that and ask them for money and say things like I'm stuck in Europe or something. So I've put a Google Authenticator on that as well, just to make sure that kind of stuff doesn't get hacked. So my recommendation is if you can put a 2FA Google Authenticator on an account, you should definitely do that. So what is Google Authenticator? All it is you can download it if you have an Android. It's in the Google Play Store. As you can see, it's already installed on my mobile, and I'm pretty sure there's something similar in the Apple Store. I don't have Apple, so I don't know You'd have to go Google a video on that one. I'm sure there are, because you can learn anything on YouTube. But yes, that's the first step, is to install it. And once you have it installed, then it will, it's pretty simple to go ahead and get your accounts secured. So now, once you install it, how do you add on? Um, or how do you get a code for whatever account you're trying to get a code for? Well, it's very simple. All you need to do is, when you get into your account, it'll ask you, do you want to enable the 2FA feature? And so you click yes, and then you can go ahead. I'm sorry, my computer is very slow today. Okay, so you click yes, and what comes out is something like this. See this QAR code? So once you do that, what you need to do is, if you are doing it on your mobile, you'll allow your mobile to take pictures, that Google Authenticator app to take photos. And what you do is, you put the little square when your camera comes on, you put it over that QAR code. And then it'll automatically go ahead and add the Google code to your Google Authenticator. So again, when you get into your account, especially when you're first setting up an account, it's like, for example, with My Micro Profits, it'll have it under your file. It'll have an option to set up your 2FA. So click yes, you want to enable that, and then allow Google Authenticator to take the pictures, or allow to take pictures. And when you do that, once you're trying to set up your 2FA, a QAR code comes up like this. And what you do is, you put your mobile phone, the camera, there'll be a little square. You put the square right over this QAR code, and it will get added on automatically. And then a number will come out. So it'll also label it for you, which is awesome, because it'll say in fact, mine. Hold on, let me take a look at what mine says exactly for My Micro Profits. So for My Micro Profits, it'll just have right on top of the number, mymicroprofits.com. So there you go. So all you need to do is just do that, and you can rename it if you want to. But every time, and the good thing is, you can store more than one code in your one mobile device. There's a little plus sign on the bottom. So if you want to, let's say you're also doing something like Cash FX, and you want to put a code for that. So then you just click the little plus sign on the bottom, and then it'll ask you to do the same thing again, where a QAR picture like this comes up, and then you just it'll say you can either put in a code, or you can scan a barcode. I'll just go ahead and scan the barcode, or this QAR code. And so the camera will pop out again, and then you just put the little square over here. And then once it captures it, it will actually add it on to your list of Google Authenticator codes. And it'll have its name, like, for example, Cash FX. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you lose this mobile device and you did not set it up anywhere else, like let's say on a tablet, then you may be screwed. Like, you may need to contact support, and who knows how long that'll take. So here's my advice. If you have something like this, you can actually, especially if you're doing it on a laptop or PC, you can just go ahead and copy this. Like, for example, let's see, let's go here. I could, like, well, I can't do it here, but you could just copy this image. Like, for example, click on it, copy image, and then you could put it on, if you have Word, you can put it on a new Word document, and all you got to do is paste. So yeah, I mean, and then it actually works. I've tried it, and you can test it out yourself too. Like, if you want to. So you copy the image. Once you have that pop out and you paste it onto a Word doc, then you can test it out from there and see. You can enable, disable by copying and pasting. So, and then usually there's going to be a little code as well, like like a numerical number and letter code. Let's see if we can find one here in another picture. Oh, here we go. This one has it. So you can actually enter this code as well. You see this emergency backup code. So you can actually, so when this all pops out, you can highlight it, which it's not letting me do because this is an image from the web. But you can just highlight this whole thing, which is what I usually do. I highlight the whole thing from even from the very top, enter this secret. I just highlight, I click right, I copy, and then I'll get to Word and I will paste it onto a Word document. And then what I do is I just go ahead and, name it something that you'll recognize, like name it after the platform, after your email address, whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to secure. I would do that. So that's how that goes. And I think it's very helpful. Like, and then you can keep it either on your desktop or you can keep it on a flash drive so you can keep it off your computer if that's what you want, if you're super paranoid. But this is a way where you can go ahead and make sure you're secure. Like even if you did have to upgrade or you did lose your phone and you want to you got a new phone or you got a new mobile device or a new tablet, then you can always download the Google Authenticator again and then add the code from even that picture, like that copy and paste picture. And I actually learned this little tip from the Oracle. So if you watch the Oracle, he's talked about it in the past, but just in case you're not a subscriber to him, you should be, first of all. And then second of all, he does have a lot of good tips like this, practical things. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys because I noticed that a lot of you are starting to do these fun platforms with me, and I want to make sure that you are safe, because if we're getting that crypto together, I don't want anybody else to get it, like especially a hacker. So this is one simple step you can do to make sure you secure your account as best that you can, right? Like I'm sure if a hacker really wanted to get into something, they will. But let's not make it easy for them. I always say that. Like, don't make your password for crying out loud. Or don't make your password 1 2 3 4 5 6 or ABCDEFG. Come on, make it hard for them. Like use whole sentences with punctuation if you have to. And I know it's a hassle, but like, what would you rather do? Would you rather have the hassle of coming up with different passwords and writing it down somewhere, or would you rather have the hassle of trying to go find your crypto after somebody took it? You know what I mean? I would rather do the first one. So, have the hassle of like having to write it down and come up with different ones. So, there you go, guys. That is my tip for today: how to use 2FA, how to secure your account, and how to like get it back in case you do have to, in case you lose your device for some reason. I hope that was helpful. Please, leave me a like, a subscribe, and a comment. And I'm still trying to get to my 1,000 subs, guys. So if you can help me get there, I would much appreciate it. And I would love to give away more BTC, but I need to get to my 1,000 subs. That is my goal. But even if I don't, I do appreciate all of you guys that do subscribe and do come and enjoy my content. So stay safe, guys. Stay healthy and have a good day. I will see you at the next video. Adios.